what's up, guys? So in today's video, we're going through what the most successful people have in common. So yeah, I just feel like let's start. So we can start with this one. This is defining your goal and set the ambition and actually setting the goal. So what successful people have in common is that they clear out the goal before they start working towards it. So let's say that a famous saying by Albert Einstein, and that was like, if he got like an axe or something to like sh- shut down a tree, he would spend like, and he got like 1 hour, he would spend 55 minutes just like sharpening the axe, like something like that. I'm not too good at English too, so yeah. And they have this cultivating ambition, and that is really one of the things that entrepreneurs have in common, is that like deep inside they have this like crazy ambition. And yeah, just like setting through boundaries that people never thought was even possible. And that is what's like making the world go like forward, like just shutting down the boundaries. I can tell you now, I have no boundaries. I literally think that I can do anything. And not, I'm not saying that because like it's some cliche thing, or yeah, I listen to Kanye West. I listen to Kanye West, and I love him and his ambition, but like, and his art. But like, that is really one thing that you gotta have, like the mindset of just I can do anything. Just staying focused, guys. So focus is my favorite topic, and yeah, it's actually crazy how hard it is to create a laser targeting focus. I don't think like the most people understand how hard it is, or like it's kind of simple but it's hard. So that's like the thing, because common things isn't common practice. And we come down to the self belief again, and also having this positive mindset. So they've seen that with the top successful people, that they have a crazy positive mindset, even though they have to face a lot of problems daily. And I think that that is like the main reason why they have to stay positive throughout the day. It's because they have like the top successful people. I can't even imagine how crazy fucking problems they have on a daily basis. If they were having a negative attitude towards that, I literally think that they will like go under a rock or something. And this with self-belief is a what did I write here? So a strong self-belief and confidence in their capabilities empowers them to take bold action and persist in the face of adversity. And yeah, so yeah, guys, again, I have a hard time just speaking English, so it's much clearer to me to just write it down. But yeah, actually, so again, this with self-belief is so important. And I can give you an example, and that is like, how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? That is a famous topic that I heard like months ago. And that demonstrates like, yeah, you directly think of like big goals and everything, but yeah, you can achieve that. So the only limiting thing is your belief system. And the power of continuous learning and skill development is actually crazy, because people think that you just like achieve like the successful state and then you just stay there. No, like things move quickly, and especially in today's age, Like that is why the richer are being richer, is because like they've just have so much more leverage to like get the skills, get the like top information just before anyone else. So a lot of like successful people read, from which I know, and all of them just like continuously trying to learn more, because they they know that they don't know anything. And that's very funny because almost like all of the non-successful people that I've met have thought that they know anything, and every like successful people that I've met like always listen and like almost don't talk. So that is one of the skills that I've tried to develop, like not talking so much when I'm listening to even like non-successful people. I just want to know what they are going to say, and if I don't agree, that's like even better. I don't have to like say it to them. I just think to my head like, yeah, I don't agree. But yeah, and the skill mastery, like that is kind of crazy. Like people think that like there is some superpower or anything. Like they are much better than the most people at almost anything. And that is the reason like winners are going to be winners and losers are going to be losers. And only the, if you know, you know. Because like if you have that feeling in you that you know, you just you just want to master everything. Like okay, don't take it from a shiny object syndrome perspective, but if you really want to master, you want to be the greatest at whatever you do, you will have this like crazy strive to get that, and that is what they've achieved. um and always trying to be curious, and that goes along with always like trying to learn everything, that they're always like curious about what works, what doesn't work, and if they find like something that works for them like really good, they stick to it. Like Warren Buffett, he still like go to McDonald's for his breakfast because yeah, everyone can say like yeah, that isn't like the best way, and me too, I haven't like eaten like junk food or fast food at all for about 3 years, especially here in the country, the here in Sweden, and we even have like good fast food, but I don't care. So yeah, I could easily say like yeah, Warren Buffett, it would be so much better for him to eat like a steak and avocado, but I mean, he was curious and he found something that worked like so well for him. So that is like the most important form. And yeah, education, like getting in the knowledge, and I can give some examples, like Mark Zuckerberg. He had a Harvard study, like Harvard background, and like I heard from a like podcast that did like a lot for him. Next is the time management and productivity habits. So that is actually one of the craziest thing, as I like, this is like one of the things that I've worked on the most. Like that actually got me like some results with my entrepreneurial life, and that is like getting the time management and prioritize, trying to get everything effective, and also need to balance it, and also need to adapt new things all the time. That's absolutely crazy because with prioritization, for example, that can be like hard things, like maybe you want to eat out with say your girlfriend's family. Like that's a hard thing to just like say no to, because you gotta stay focused. But like that priorities, like Elon Musk's ex, she said like, yeah, Elon Musk is the best person I know at saying no, and he's a very good naysayer. And you gotta be like, you can say yes, 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 like that. You can be that at first, but when you've gotten your yeses, you gotta say no. And like, as I said, like with Warren Buffett, he found that like eating like breakfast at McDonald's maybe is like his top of productivity, when like he wants to do like his everyday life. And everyone has that, and that's nothing like, you can take like inspiration, but you gotta find what's working best for you. And then you gotta find the work and life balance. So very successful people know what they gotta do to like balance their work, because like burnout is a real thing for the most people. Like everyone is saying like, yeah, 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 but no, you can't work like this, and the people think that I mean like, yeah, work 3 hours a day and have like no, man. Like for example, for me, I work like usually around like 8 to 10 hour days, like even more than that, but like at minimum, to be honest, like 8 10 hours minimum. And that's not like that's balance for me. Like everyone has their own balance, but one of the things that balance everything out is like maybe taking a walk outside, or like watching YouTube. To be honest, that is one of the things that entertain me the most. Like 1 hour before I sleep, I just watch a like short video, like something entertaining, just like, or like cooking food. I love cooking food. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, and like this. Yeah, like they adapt and they have this instinct feeling to like doing things, like, and choosing the right thing to do. And have you ever heard like the saying, your network is your net worth? Like that is something that I didn't relate to until I got my good network. Like I'm still trying to build it out. And that is like one of the craziest things, because it is like, if you know good people, that will benefit your life extremely. Especially for me, it has. And collabing with those guys can benefit you extremely if you have something to bring to the table. Like at first, I remember when I started with my entrepreneurial journey, and I was like, yeah, I don't know these guys. I don't know how to network. I don't know anything about anything. And blah blah blah. But these guys know these guys. They're so lucky. I don't know. But then it came to a day like when I thought about like, fuck them, fuck everyone. I'ma just do it myself. I'ma just be valuable, and it they will come to me. And like that, from that day I just like worked on myself instead. Like I don't have the mentality of, oh, I want people to come to me. But like that one thing actually did that, like I progressed as fuck. And don't thought like, oh, I don't know anyone, or la la la. Just fucking do it, man. If you're alone, do it alone. Like that's one of the things, you can do something about it. uh and interpersonal skills. So this actually bottoms to like knowing other people. right? So you understand empathy and you understand like all these things about the mind. It's so much things into it. Like I would recommend a great book, and that is How to Win and Influence People. That is a great book. A little bit overrated, if I would say it. But yeah, and also like be uh like be a social guy or girl. Like if you are with people, like talk. And that, I think that that has like, that is my biggest leverage in life, that I've never been like someone that doesn't like, I've never been someone that don't talk or think like I am shaming myself or anything about that. I've always talked and like thought about what I want to talk about, even when I'm with like much bigger people than me or anything. I don't sit there in the quiet like corn. Uh, yeah, I I don't know, but I don't mean like talking much. I mean just that you're just someone there. You're like a fly on the what is this, on the ceiling there. So yeah, and then mentorship, like it is so much BS mentorships there like out there, and I've heard a lot of people saying like, oh, I joined this mentorship and yeah, it wasn't something new, I could search it up on YouTube. Like, yeah, of course. Did you buy this course thinking that like of all the billions and trillions of searchers that you can do, like you couldn't find this information? Like that is what a course is. It's just like a lot of information, like in a step-to-step guide, and actually all of this information put together for this specific thing that you want to learn about. So it's nothing like if you go and buy a course and think like, boom, this will fix like a lot of things. Like sometimes it can. I can say that every time I bought a course, I thought about like the community, like the coaching calls. For example, like the latest course that I bought was like 90% because of the coaching calls, because I can like work, and if I have a problem, I can just talk to a pro, like bro, like like about 5 times a day. No, I a week, and that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy to me. So that is why I bought it. And this is a interesting one, because I had a friend that dropped out in university, and me myself dropped out of high school. But you know, it's a lot. It's a lot of difference between calculated risk and just risking stuff. So let's say that you start up your business or anything, and you start to make like 2 clients, and you then find a way to like achieve 1 client a month. Then you know, like if a client is worth say $1,000, and like have $2,000 in monthly income, and you know how to get one more client every month, then you probably know that if you put 8 hours more every day to this business, you will get more clients and you will earn much more than if you wait like 2 years to then like earn like 2,500 a month. Like that is a joke to me, to be honest. To be honest, that is a like joke. And second, like entrepreneurial and mindset, and being innovative, wanting to like change things. Like I don't know, one of my greatest like idols is Steve Jobs. And if you know him, like the founder of Apple, if you know him, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like this man's like innovative. Like, bro, almost every one of you watching this has an Apple device, and like that creation and like innovative mindset is something that I adore, literally. So yeah, and see failure as an opportunity. Every failure is an opportunity to grow by growth. So every failure is an opportunity to grow. Why? Because, for example, if I am in a meeting with a potential client, let's say, and say that I don't close the client, I've gotten like, yeah, I don't know. I've gotten like more experience. I've gotten more like knowledge about my market. I've know, like, if you see those opportunity things in every failure that you ever go through, like you will start living a much better life. So I'm sorry. So here we come how to apply these lessons of the most successful people in the whole world. So you can start by applying goal setting and ambition, like clear goal setting and ambition. So let's say that my goal is to retire my parents, right? I can just not think about that and achieve that just by thinking about it. That is one step, of course. You want to think that and think about it every day, but you also need to put in the work. So you want to set small goals that is like reasonable, and also like goals that isn't reasonable. Um, I have this whiteboard in my room where I have like all my goals, my short term goals, like for the coming month, 2 month, 3 months, and maybe they'll take like longer, but it doesn't matter for me, because if you uh, aim for the moon, yeah, aim for the moon, and you come to the clouds or sky. And you always have to have this positive mindset. So I know that this can be hard for some of you. I know that I had a really negative mindset about like 2, 3, 4 years ago, and that was a thing that was like every time I saw a human, I just thought like negative thoughts, and I just switched that, and that has taken some time. But every time I think a negative thought, and also with my friends, I start telling them like, never say something negative, never say something negative, and especially never say something negative in front of me, because I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't want to hear it at all. And you got to be extremely like hard with that with your friends. It doesn't matter. And you gotta embrace the lifelong learning mindset. So everyone thinking like, yeah, I want to work in like 5 years and then I'm set. Like, think about your daily habits. I thought about this a lot, and that like from nowhere I just started to work like 8, 10 hours a day, and I don't feel anything. Like I don't feel like it's like exhausting or like it's so hard. And for a normal person to just sit like in the room and like solving problems for like 10 or 10 hours, 8 or 10 hours is crazy. So that is just a skill that you develop. And like I can think about Jeff Bezos. He can probably sit for like 20 hours and like with the food and everything, of course. But yeah. Anyways, like here. and you gotta prioritize and minimize distraction, and that is key, because when you're prioritizing, you just gotta minimize the distractions to actually have the focus, and that is why you prioritize from the first beginning. So you have this goal, and to achieve this goal you gotta have focus. And how do you gain focus? You start to prioritize. And how do you, like how do you focus again? Like, you cut distractions. If you cut all the distractions in your whole life, like you have to be focused. You don't have a choice. And that is like what the most people do. They don't have like their phone here and TV here, or this here, or this here, and sitting like 100% focused. No, they're cutting all these things, so they just focus on this one thing. And that is everything for me. Thank you so much for staying with me so long. And if you are a agency or selling high ticket services online, reach out to me. Thank you. Bye.